make it mine. If they ain't showing no love, I don't let it get to my mind. And I begin to it with my craft divine, I claim what's mine. I can't play all of those games, I to protect my time. I know that I'm a fine sight, if you my type, I'll make it mine. And even if they ain't showing no love,
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. It's MC333 back at it again. I'm on Himalaya. Thank you for everyone tuning in. Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Progress. This is your tarot card reading. So if that's you, don't miss out. We're going to get right into it straightforward here, Aries, and tap into the collective energy, collective consciousness, collective situation and circumstance here. For you guys, Aries, we're going to be pulling 7 cards, horseshoe spread from our Thoth deck right here. We're also pulling 3 cards from our Rider-Waite-Smith and 1 card from our playing card deck, underlining influence, kind of letting us know why and where we're headed and why this is all happening for us here. All right, so let's get right into it with Aries here. And Aries, I hope you've been doing well. Happy Aries season. We just started Aries season. So to all my Aries out there, it's your season. This is your reading, first one of your season. Let's get it. We got 3 weeks after this to go for Aries season. I hope you have a wonderful one. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's very driven, very motivating, and a lot of action being took. Very creative as well. So shout out to Aries. Let's get right into it. Make sure you guys check for your rising sign and your moon sign as well. So if you have an Aries moon or Aries, Aries rising, etc. You're also paired up with Cancer, Aries, and you do get your reading every Sunday. So make sure you hit that notification bell and you follow up with the Cancerian reading as well, so you can follow up with that and be up to date with the Cancerian energy. If you have Cancer in your chart or know a Cancer, be sure to send them that reading. First card coming out, we have the 5 of Swords, then we also have the 6 of Swords. So we got Swords coming back out, showing itself currently starting the reading. We have some swords going into some water and into some lust. So there could be some mind chatter right now, maybe some emotions and some thoughts getting in the way currently, Aries. But I do see you ascending from that. There's a situation here going on, Aries, where you're starting some way. You started with overthinking, it started with this overthinking, but it's moving on to something much more harmonious, and this is happening quickly. We have the 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. This is happening swiftly, it's happening quick, it's happening at a fairly rapid speed. So don't be too hard on yourself, Aries, because you're shifting right now and you're undergoing a process and learning, I feel like, how to transmute and understanding your own energy signatures in terms of your own thoughts and feelings, as that makes up our energy signature. So I think you're getting a grips of your own thoughts and feelings here and moving forward with that and understanding it. And I think you're understanding that that is your energy. And when you learn that is your energy, you learn how to direct it. When you learn how to direct it, I think you understand the direction you want to propel yourself, Aries. When I say direct it, I mean direct your thoughts and direct your feelings. You're becoming more consciously congruent to how you feel and how you think and how you want to feel and how you want to think towards certain people, places, and things in your life here, Aries. I'm going to pull a mystery confirmation card from the Rider-Waite-Smith Tarot. I'm going to split. I was going to do a volunteer card, but we're going to split right here and pull a mystery card for you guys here, Aries. And I will fix that spread layout a little later. So we're going to get right into it. But I hope you guys are having a great weekend. You get this reading on Sunday, so I hope you guys had a great Friday, great Saturday, etc. And you're getting ready to start the week off strong here, Aries. Doing what needs to be done on a Sunday to kind of put things in position. And get ready for the week, right? Get ready for the fresh week. I think fresh energy, fresh season. I think we got spring around the corner. It's just start warming up on the East Coast, if you're on the East Coast, wherever you're at. And I think it's exciting. I think it's bringing some fresh energy, some creation, and some action. I think maybe during the winter seasons, there was a lot of overthinking, maybe a lot of uncertainty, but I think you're starting to find that certainty right now here, Aries. We, in the past position, when we're getting into the spread, put this like this, sorry about that, because I know it's reversed for you guys. Getting into the spread in the past position, we have the 5 of Swords, which is good, because I think the 5 of Swords and that overthinking that caused you to worry emotionally and feel emotionally uncomfortable because you didn't know the outcome, or you didn't know where maybe you were wanting to go with certain things, or even certain relationships, right? You didn't really know where you wanted to go with them, and you weren't really 100% certain. But I think that worry is in the past. Like I think you're not overthinking it. You're learning to understand how you think about certain people here, Aries, and how you communicate within your relationships, and how that builds you up to be stronger. Don't fixate too much on outcomes. Learn how to communicate, and learn to keep the mind calm and pay attention to your thought forms. I don't think there could be a relationship here that allowed that worried you a little bit here. Maybe you didn't know the outcome, or where it would go, but that's in the past now, and I'm hearing there's nothing for you to worry about, and you have to kind of let go of the expectation, because the connection is here. You see, mentally, some things that you guys, how you were relating mentally, there was a little uncomfortability. There was connection there. It was uncomfortable, but it caused both of you guys to grow. It caused both of you guys to expand your perception of each other, and your own personal and individual reality mentally from the mind, because you're learning how to adopt perceptions of others, and that allows you to gain higher knowledge, or gain more knowledge, I guess you could say, because you're now not just looking through the world, not looking at the world through the lens of your own eyes, but through the eyes of others as well, and understanding that everyone is different and has their own perception. So that's why you're in this learning energy now, and you're learning how to analyze and think, and to really know and to really learn where you want to go, and the mindset that you want to have for yourself here, Aries. I think you really focus on mindset. You really focus on analyzation and how you communicate. I think communication is very big. If there's a relationship that was a little, rocky, maybe with words, or how you guys come together mentally, I think there's a lot of love, there's a lot of passion there, and I think you know that, but you're just learning how to communicate mentally and kind of show up with confidence within a higher knowing, and kind of letting go of expectation, but understanding that if this is for you, it'll continue to grow and it'll continue to prosper, and you'll continue to learn more about yourself and learn how to communicate what's on your mind. I think the communication here can save a relationship for those who may be going through a rocky time. It's the communication and understanding each other's point of view and where you guys are coming from. It's what's going to save this relationship. That is the glue: communication and your mindset. We have the nine of cups as a hidden influence, so there's a lot of happiness in this relationship. See, there's a lot of happiness and there's a lot of fulfillment. Like, I feel like for you guys, Aries, whoever this is, you feel like maybe they give you the ultimate happiness. They allow you to learn, grow, and expand, and offer all kinds of new experiences to you, Aries, that no one else can really offer. And that's the crazy thing, right? No one else can really offer these experiences to you, and this wisdom, besides this relationship. Like, is this connection that you have is something that's very unique between you two, right? Even if it's an idea that you're learning to kind of, this could be a mindset, right? And I think you're understanding to shape your mindset based upon what emotionally fulfills you. What allows you to grow and expand, and learn, right, from the world and whatever experience you embark on. It doesn't have to be intimate. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could just be you learning how to strengthen your mindset so that you can maintain this vision, this fantasy, this happiness, this growth, and this abundance. Because it all starts from the mind. And if you want to grow, if you want to learn, if you want to expand, if you want this happiness and true fulfillment, you have to be willing to learn here, Aries. The obstacle to overcome is this lust card. So it's in position 4, which lets me know that there could be some sensuality and some indulging sexuality, maybe pleasure, that is there in this relationship. And it's so much there, but there's something here with this lust energy that's not the focus right now. So the focus is back towards the mindset, and growing and learning. But there's a lot of lust and also attraction within a relationship or specific opportunity that you're dealing with right now, Aries. But you can't, it's kind of tough to really engage in the lust and the sensuality of it and the fulfillment of it, because you're still learning how to analyze for yourself and you're still learning how to meet each other there mentally. So there is a lot of the sexual, sensual connection, intimacy, but now it's like you're learning, in order to go farther, in order to pursue and expand into this major arcana energy, you're learning how to balance that by strengthening your mindset and understanding that this is something that's actually fulfilling, and it's actually something that brings a lot of reasoning, meaning and reasoning in your life here, Aries, that you can learn a lot from. So it's not just about the lust, the sexuality, and the sensuality and the pleasure, because you understand how good that is. But without you strengthening your mindset and getting the congruent heart and mind coherence, how you feel is also in alignment to how you want to think and your mindset. That's the only way you're going to move forward in this relationship here, Aries. You can't just focus on this pleasure. You can't just focus on, and I don't think you are focusing. I think you're focusing because your current energy is the Six of Swords. I think you're focusing more on the mindset. The lust and the sexuality is just like, okay, I can't do this right now, but it's there. So you're not really worried because you know it's there, because there's a lot of happiness, a lot of fulfillment, a lot of growth, a lot of dreams, a lot of travel, a lot of abundance, Jupiterian energy, right? So it's really just you working on the mindset, because all this is here. And I think both you guys probably know that. But that's in continuing engaging on the pleasure takes you out of the mind and puts you into the body. But now you have to step back into the mind, spiritually speaking, and learn how to meet each other where you are at mentally, so you can communicate, so this can get even better. You guys can learn even more about each other and the connection that you have and the pleasure that you guys fulfill each other with, right? It's like taking a pause for something so you can level up and continue moving on. Certain things need to be adjusted. I think you've reached a new level in your relationship here, Aries, to where now you're meddling things, you're mending things, and then once that ground foundation is done, now you can go into something new, where, like, together as a couple, right? For some of you, for the ones who are in relationships and things of that nature. We do have the full moon coming up as well in Libra, heightened on relationships. So this could very much be relationships. So right now there could be some understanding, some, a lot of intellect, a lot of communication, and possibly separation from certain relationships, because right now spirit and the alignments are asking you to learn about your mindset and learn how to communicate and analyze what really fulfills you. And if you really want this, if this is something that's really for you, if you really want to pay attention to it, and if you really want to learn from this connection. We have the Prince of Wands, position 5. So, and at this point, guys, I'd love to ask you for your subscription. Hit that subscription box. It's totally free. This is a crazy spread, to be honest. It's I feel like I've been talking about this for a while. I think it's getting long. We're only on position 5. We still have mystery cards to do. So let's move forward. We have the Prince of Wands. If you guys are looking for extensives, hit that description box below. Prince of Wands lets me know you're going to have some information coming to you that's going to allow you to know what actions to take. So Aries, I think you're going to be privy to some information, maybe a conversation from your partner or who you're emotionally connected to, and that's going to let you know what actions for you to take and what lead for you to follow. So just focus on yourself, focus on your mental health, and focus on communicating, focus on understanding, focus on what fulfills you. And personally, I think that will be seen. If you're in a relationship, for those who are in a relationship, I think that will be seen. You focusing on yourself and your mind will be seen from your other person, and they will come to you and they will approach you with some sort of communication, and you guys will be able to take action on something in some way, shape, or form. For others of you guys, this could be an opportunity coming to you, some information coming to you that's going to allow you to take action in a new way, maybe creativity, maybe new creative actions, maybe new creative opportunities. Maybe the opportunity or the information that you receive from someone or a conversation that leads you to planning or going about a journey or travel. Then we have the Chariot. So you need to pay attention to the success and where you want to go in your life, your Aries, the direction you want to head, and who you want to be, who that you want to be in your life, right? and who you want to move forward with. Like, is this a relationship that you want that you want to be successful? And do you want to move towards this person? Pay attention on where you want to go and where you're being led in life here, Aries. The spirit's asking you, pay attention to where you want to succeed. Where you put attention is, where attention goes, energy flows. So at the end of the day, if you're watering that seed and you're really focusing on success, because you're focusing on success within a relationship, because you're focusing on your own mental health and well-being, that will grow. Because when you focus on yourself, it appears in reality as a reflection throughout everything else. So you will see that within your relationships. If you focus on your mind and you focus on your communication, you focus on your words, and you understand the connection that you have with this individual, that is beyond certain titles, that is beyond the traditional or the norm, then you're going to realize that this is something that you can move forward with here. And I see the outcome of a family. I see the outcome of someone giving birth. Someone, maybe one of you, Aries, you may end up pregnant. If this is a relationship you want and you want a family here, maybe you want a child with this person. I see pregnancy, I see creation, I see divine expression, and I see intuition. I also feel like you're learning how to be less analytical and more intuitive, Aries, and learning how to tap into your emotional side and being less analytical, less practical. So you're trying to step out the way of your mind and kind of tapping into your heart energy and your heart chakra, to where you're open to receive from the universe and the cosmos, so you can kind of let that energy flow. And I think you're trusting your heart and how you feel, and that's what you're moving forward towards. I think things are being communicated for you to understand that this relationship is very clear and you guys both are on the same page. It's just certain things right now mentally aren't in alignment. So that has to get into alignment, aka from the 5 to the 6, and then that's when that fulfillment, that travel, those new experiences can really start. Y'all can really start honing in on it, and the lust won't be something as an obstacle to overcome, because you won't have to worry about the lust when you also have the mindset. When you don't have the mindset, you don't have the communication, and it's only the sensuality or the sexuality, then things can get tired and it can seem like there's no substance there. When there's energy within the mind and the unification within you two and how you guys unify your energies mentally, there's always some sort of underlying attraction to this lust energy. There's always something new. It always feels fresh, because mentally there's always something fresh going on. There's always, every time, mentally, every time we're in a space mentally as a spirit, and then we engage on sexual acts, we're bringing these things, like this, like we're manifesting these things, right? Because it comes from the mind. Well, and that comes from the space we're in as an individual spirit, and then we engage and act on these things, especially unifying our energies, aka sex, and things of that nature, and that in turn can manifest into the world, right? So I think you're more focused on the mindset. And when you guys realize how powerful of a couple you can be when you unify the mind, you realize that nothing's really or can actually stop you, because there's ultimate creation, ultimate success, ultimate intuition, and giving birth to something new. This is also family. This can also be a child. Could be also a business idea, a new idea for you guys as a couple. It's so many different possibilities as well. Let's get into the mystery card, because I feel like this is getting long. I do feel like this is a relationship. We have the full moon in Libra coming up as well, so I really do feel like it is highlighting relationships. So it doesn't have to be. It could be business and career, but Aries, for the most part, I do think this is relationship. But take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and apply it in your area of life where necessary. This could be just learning a new skill set as well in a career, based upon what actually fulfills you. Like, this can be going from one position to another because one position was boring and stale. So now you're learning another position because that's actually exciting and fulfilling, and there's fantasy there. There's a lot of experience there that can actually allow you to grow and evolve. right? You don't want to just do something because it's easy with that lust energy. You want to challenge. Maybe how you do something, how you learn, and however you learn is going to intrigue other people to where you're going to attract them, and they're going to give you some sort of, they're going to want to have more conversations with you, to where that'll lead you to understand, okay, what steps you need to take next in turn of this new skill set that you just learned in order to move you forward towards success. So in that way you can give birth to a new idea, a new business surrounding what you've learned, or even just position yourself in a different way. And this could be like bringing something to the world as well, offering a sense of like creation based upon a new skill set that you've learned. I see air, I see water. With that lust energy, I would say fire. It's like Leo energy, solar plexus. We have the Prince, air, fire, Chariot, Empress, water energy. I would like to see some earth, Aries. Let me know you're being practical. It's not just about the thoughts. It's not just about the feelings, right? Make sure there's some practicality here, Aries. Make sure it makes sense for you. It's happiness and you're learning, what's on your mind. So I feel like it does make sense, but let's check it out. What we got? Boom. I love it. Confirmation. Aries, this makes a lot of sense for you. This makes a lot of sense for you. Don't think twice about it. This thing is a lot is really good for you, and whatever you're doing, like you guys are gonna become, if this is a relationship, Aries, and however you guys move towards success, whatever you guys bring towards the world is in alignment to whatever either or is building and wants to build. Like I think you two and this creation that you got going on, maybe this family, is also going to be the foundational aspects to your home life and your family and your sense of stability. I think there's a lot of earnings and a lot of money made surrounding family and stability in your foundation. Could be focused on family right now or doing things with your family or with a friend group. You could be building something, maybe like a stable or a bed or a crib, getting ready for a baby, getting ready for a family. So like you're working on that thing right now so that you can prep for the kid, getting ready for the kid. And I think you're learning a lot about pregnancy, you're learning a lot about birth, you're learning a lot about children, or you're just learning a lot about this new idea that you're about to bring to the world. So you have to set up the online business so that you can launch the business. You get what I'm saying? Like there's many different scenarios that this can play out, guys. So I just want to tap into a little bit so at least you guys can get a holistic picture of what I'm portraying here and the image that I'm portraying. Let's pull a playing card. This is going to show us why this is happening and where you're being led, Aries. There's a lot to learn here, and I think you're learning a lot. I see a lot of prosperity, so give it time. There could be a little bit of uncomfortability, but I don't see that as I don't see this stopping you. There's a lot of prosperity, Aries. So even if you're uncomfortable emotionally, or there's whatever ups and downs going on, don't be worried. Don't let that like ruin your vibe and bum you out, because there's potential here. There's just sometimes things need to be spoken about, and there needs to be dialogue, there needs to be communication. So even if you're feeling weird, like you're feeling away, like just communicate. We got the 5 of Wands. See, so it's all happening to teach you, and then the 10 of Wands. You've completed a cycle of how to take action. I think you realized and you finally learned what actions you need to take in this relationship or in this career or business field. So I think you learned this new, like for example, if it's career, I think you've learned this new job skill, this new skill set, and like that's what allowed you to move forward. Now you complete that, so now you're stepping into a new cycle. But this right here, the 5 of Wands, it's like this is teaching you that sometimes you have to be uncomfortable, and there's certain things you're gonna have to do, even if you don't emotionally want to do it, even if it's uncomfortable. right? There's certain things you have to do. Maybe you had to step out of this overthinking, and there had to be some uncomfortable actions you needed to take in order to stop your mind from overthinking. Sometimes we have to put ourselves in a different situation. Sometimes you have to put ourselves in a different environment to stop the overthinking, even though it's uncomfortable emotionally. Maybe we're learning a new skill. Maybe we're watching new information. Maybe we're putting in new creative hobbies that's uncomfortable, that we don't really know, that we don't regularly do. But this is teaching us how to grow, and this is teaching us how to tap into our mindset and expand our abilities. This is why we have creation, the Empress here. Because it's telling you to unleash your creative abilities and express yourself, no matter how that is. So I think you're learning how to do that right now, and it might be uncomfortable to express yourself here, Aries. Right? It might be uncomfortable to express yourself. With the Chariot in position 6, it's time to pay attention to your focus. You need to gain more focus. There's something you need to focus on. There needs to be more focus here. So you may be distracted in some way, shape, or form. So you have to pay attention to your focus. Maybe it's your mindset. Maybe there's certain things. Maybe you're learning how to develop a stronger, like vocal and focus point, right? So like you can hold your attention span longer. Maybe you're learning how to hold your attention span, or gaining stronger, develop, like strengthening your memory, right? Because I'm seeing a lot of water energy as well, connection, and this is uncomfortable for you. But but you know that it's important for you to do. You know that these steps are teaching you so much, even though it's uncomfortable, because you know it's time for you to explore this side of yourself. It may be hard to tap into some strength as well, but all I'm hearing is that you're far stronger than you might believe yourself to be. So that may be why, like, take care of yourself. You're strong, and I think you have the strength to do this. And even though it's uncomfortable, that's okay. You're doing it for a great cause, and the outcome of this is amazing. The outcome of this is beautiful, because you're learning how to express yourself, even if it's uncomfortable. You're learning what actions to take, even if it's uncomfortable, because you're shifting that mindset to growth, from stagnant to growth, to closed to open-minded, right? You're now learning. You're willing to learn. You're accepting, and you're being more open. And I love this for you, Aries. This reading was insane. If you guys want to book a personal down below, just hit that description box below. I hope this message reaches out to all that may need to hear it, and I intend that it should be. Namo Himalaya. It's MC 333. We are. Let's go.
You know that you did me bad. Oh, baby, I ain't doubling, but not doing it, yeah. And I'ma keep it going, I never lag. And I'm in my spaceship, and you know I never lag. And they might try to do you bad.